It's the 125 main event from Las Vegas, Nevada. As we take a look at the Honda main event starting grid, Stewart's there, as is Brock Sellard, Sorby, Tedesco, Short, Brown, Hansen, Boniface making it in, and Kelly Smith, the whole shot artist. Also, Tiger Lacey's in there, and the rest of the crew, Shane Best, making it in. Let's take a look at the THQ track map one more time, David.
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of the action happen right in the first corner and down the next straightaway. Depending on who gets the start, be able to jump through that rhythm section the way you want or the way you're forced to. Small triple leading into the first big one takes into a rhythm section up around the far side, but Todd, like always, it seems to come down to the whoop section. And you know, when you take a look at these riders as they survey the track before they get out there and race on it, a lot of them stop and look at that whoop section to see how it's shaping up. A lot of ruts forming there, and they're starting to get slick. There's Stewart taking a look at that section right now, 56. Kelly Smith, who's been known to get hole shot. Tedesco, number 52. The only guy in this race, I think, that's really got the speed, other than Sellards in his heat race. Both those guys real close to having enough speed to deal with Stewart, but only if Stewart gets a bad start. There's Sellards right there, taking a good long look at where he'll be able to hook up. You see the dark spots. Yeah, the dark spots on the faces of each of those whoops is real slick. You call that blue groove, and you just don't hook up very well through there.
Well, James Stewart has made the switch from the digital camo to the fuchsia. We saw signs in the stadium that real men wear fuchsia or pink, and that's what got him to this point. And James Stewart's going to ride that horse all the way to the top. I'll ask you one last time, champ. Other than James Stewart, who do you think can pressure him?
Well, there's a look at Stewart right there, patting his chest, going through his pre-race routine. The only guys that can stop him are the guys that can see him go down in the first corner and have the lead right away. Michael Byrne could do it. Mike Brown could do it. Eric Sorby could do it. Tedesco. Sellards did it in his heat race. He was able to win his as Stewart won his, but man, it's going to take a lot to keep Stewart from winning this race. And the board is sideways a few seconds.
This is it, the 125 main from Las Vegas, Nevada, and it is number one, flashing the fuchsia, picking up the whole shot and leaving everyone else in his wake. We'll see if the boys from the 125 East crew can match this pace, but I highly doubt it. He is shot out of that starting gate like a bullet out of a gun.
That is a great start. A start for number 41, Andrew Short. Really starting to prove that he can run with the big boys this year, but behind him, number 3, Mike Brown, who just did a little block pass action right there. Gets it done to him right back by Eric Sorby from France. So while all that's going on behind your leader, James Stewart, he is checked out. These guys aren't even going to see him in a few laps.
It is deja vu all over again. If you've been with us throughout the season, this is what this young man has done. The youngster from Florida, only 17 years of age, has absolutely dominated the 125 West and now the entire 125 class. Bubba's first hole shot of the year, and he gets it at the right time as the flash bulbs go off at Sam Boyd Stadium.
Folks, there's no faster way to go around the corner than that. He goes over the triple, just throws the bike sideways, roosts out of that corner. He's already going the other way. The pack battling for second is coming down one straightaway.
Oh, James Stewart goes down.
It's a good thing he had a lead.
Well, he will relinquish his lead, and he goes back to third, trying to find somewhere to get back on the track. Pulls right in front of, looks like Gosler or Michael Byrne, and this has really shaken things up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions back. It looks like he's going to pick up another one right here on number 18, Brock Sellard.
This is where James has got to be careful. This is where he gets excited and he goes, uh-oh, I got to get back up there. And his speed is so incredible.
Oh, and James Stewart has just launched off his bike. A horrific accident. The crew will all be down there. They're going to protect him first. And David, this is an absolute disaster. He is moving, but barely.
This is what I worried about. Usually when he makes a mistake, he tries to make up for it. He's so fast with so much ambition. Oh, he just goes for it. Now watch what happens to him again. He comes over the finish line, and he's going to mistime these jumps. He tries to jump up out of there, and he decides, uh-oh, I went too far. I better bail out of this, but watch how hard he hits.
Oh, my goodness sakes. One of the most unbelievable accidents by the best rider maybe on the planet right now. And who would have thought it? He was running away with this. They've got him down there with the medical staff, some of the best doctors on this circuit. Doc Bobner will be down there with him, and we will have Cameron down there to try to find out what happened. Hopefully, James is all right. Unfortunately, the race must go on, but at a time like this, You hate to see that happen.
This is just the craziest tradition here in Las Vegas, but always, well, this will be the 5th year in a row, I believe, that the rider that didn't win the East or West will have a shot at picking up the win here in Las Vegas. So weird luck for the champions coming here to this race. They just can't seem to get it done. And for James, not just not being able to get it done, but a horrific crash. Hopefully he's going to be okay.
I know in your years of racing, you've been around a lot of bad accidents. You've been involved in a lot of them. But the speed that he was carrying through there, David, take us through here. What exactly went wrong?
Well, I think he's just, everything is going so good that his concentration is just fallen slightly. And as soon as your concentration at James Stewart's speed drifts just a little bit, you get mistakes like these.
And he knew right there he could not bring the front end of the bike up, and he just had to bail out, and he went down hard at, what, 30-plus miles an hour, maybe 20 feet off the ground?
What scares me about that one was he hit his head really hard. That's going to be a concussion for sure. If he doesn't get a concussion there, then, man, everybody needs to go buy a helmet like that.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more of the 125 main event from Las Vegas, Nevada. Welcome back to Las Vegas. Our 125 main event is in progress. Brock Sellers now goes down.
Well, Michael Byrne ran it in there inside of him, and Sellers just realized, well, I better give him some room so we don't make contact, and he got his front wheel up into that loose stuff at the top and lost it. So, you know, that's a disappointment, but again, this is the kind of race where it's a one-shot deal, and I talked about at the top of the show, a guy like Eric Sorby could certainly come in and steal it, and so far he has. See Sellers' front end just got a little too high into that loose stuff.
Never made contact with him.
No, there's nothing wrong with what Byrne did there, but Sorby, just the kind of rider to come in and scoop up a victory in circumstances like this. He's so fast, but it just seems like whenever there's a title on the line, he's got to ride smart for a long period of time. Sorby makes little mistakes like we saw Stewart make here tonight, and man, what a wild season this has been.
Unbelievable. Eric Sorby continues to lead the 125 main event. Number 917 on the Kawasaki KX125. Out of France, now living in Murrieta, California. This is a young man we saw early in the season making contact with pretty much everyone. And if I would have thought someone was going to go down, it would have been Eric Sorby. But he has been a survivor, and that is what's got him to this point. Sorby leads this 125 main event. Short in second, Brown in third.
What a ride for Andrew Short in second. He's got a good lead back to Mike Brown. They were right together early in the race, and Short has opened it up, and he's got a good gap, not only on Brown, but on Michael Byrne and Tedesco. All these guys.
Yeah, I think he took a look right there and just couldn't believe how far out in front he was. I think a lot of the riders at this point know what's going on. And look at this. Sorby goes down, loses concentration. He's up. The bike is vertical. He'll get it started, but now his lead will dwindle. And David?
That was a beautiful move he did right there. He pulled the bike over the right way so he could get his hand on the clutch and keep it running. But he spent so much time trying to fix the clutch lever. There goes 3 riders right there. So he lost that whole advantage he had. Forget the clutch lever, Eric. Just get going.
Unbelievable. So Andrew Short now takes over the lead as we look at it one more time.
Now watch his front wheel about 3/4 of the way through. Just hits the entire whoop. Drops down into the bottom right there. Bam. Throws him up over the front end. He picks a nice soft place to land. The bike lands upside down like a bicycle. Taking a look at it from the front. Watch his front wheel disappears. Bam. It hits that one. He has no chance of saving that, and the whole time he was going over the handlebars, Andrew Short was back there going, no way, no way, I'm going to win this thing.
So Andrew Short is your leader. We've got a battle right now as it rages off for second. Ivan Tedesco's in there. He's got Mike Brown behind him and Byrne behind him, and not far back is number 93. So guys, moving up. Looks like Byrne's making a pass on Mike Brown.
That's not going to work. Not when Mike Brown's on the inside. Josh Hansen, number 93, trailing these guys, riding a beautiful race as Byrne finally just out-jumps Brown. But I like what Tedesco did, number 52, up ahead of these guys. He jumped that triple back there and looked across the track going, okay, where is the leader? Who is it? Do I still have time to catch him?
And in third right now is Michael Byrne. He is out of Australia originally, now living in Lake Elsinore, California. This is the kid, David, at the start of the year we thought would really do something, got injured halfway through, but he is back. Unfortunately, James Stewart, the 125 West champion, the phenom, went down hard earlier in the race, and as you told me earlier, whenever he's on the track, your eyes are always focused on him. Unfortunately, right now, he's on the track, but on a backboard, and they're getting ready to take him off.
That's hopefully just a precaution. Just unbelievable, and you know, man, I could see it coming. He was just riding so fast, and when you're riding as well as he has, winning 7 in a row, turning lap times similar to what the 250s can do, just absolutely on fire. Sometimes you get a little overconfident, and he just made a couple of mistakes right there. He's going to look back at it and go, man, I know better than that. I finally outgrew that stuff, and he comes in here to Vegas, and maybe his focus was slightly off. There goes James in that mule right there. He's in great care, but man, you sure hate to see him leave the track that way.
We'll try to get as much information as we can to you as soon as we can right now. James Stewart has left the building and not in a situation that he wants to be in right now. So James Stewart will keep you abreast of any developments that take place, but this is the 125 main event from Las Vegas, Nevada, and your leader, Andrew Short, who happens to be wearing the helmet cam. We'll step aside one last time when we come back, the conclusion of the 125 East-West Shootout. Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada, as our 125 main event is winding down. And what a crazy race it has been thus far. The most important thing, we hope that James Stewart is all right and the rest of the riders who have gone down. But David, the pressure is certainly on these sold-out stadiums. Everyone wants to win this East-West Shootout.
And Andrew Short has got an amazing opportunity to win the biggest race of his career. A 10-second lead over Ivan Tedesco, who is on fire right now. He is pulling this pack behind him of Michael Byrne and Josh Hansen, who's riding the best race of his career right now. All these guys really stepping up in the absence of James Stewart, who just makes these guys invisible most of the time. But with him not out there, these guys are really shining.
Short, number 41 on the Suzuki RM125, TeamMotorworld.com Suzuki out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. Only 20 years of age, a third-year pro racing motorcycles since the age of 5. His best result this year, second place in Anaheim, number 2. He's got 1/3 and 4/4, so he's relatively been consistent, always getting in the top 5. But tonight, Andrew Short has really shined.
You know, I saw him at the practice track on Thursday. And I thought, man, he sure is going fast, you know. And obviously, he is just ramped up for this race. He was ready, prepared. The intensity was there. His speed was there. He got the start he needed. People were making mistakes around him. And you look at the speed of James Stewart, and you realize, well, on this slick track, the way things are getting, how hard it is to time things in the wind, you know, you got to be a little bit careful. And Andrew Short played his cards right. He's got a chance to pick up the biggest win ever. I don't think he can believe it right now. He's looking at the mechanics like, am I really in the lead? Do I really have 10 seconds over second place? Because he seems to be just in cruise control right now. We're not seeing any sheer speed out of him, but he seems to be holding his gap over Tedesco, which is a big, he could afford to lose half the lead that he's got over second place Ivan Tedesco, and he'd still be comfortable going into the final laps. I think he's going to be at a loss for, he hasn't been on the podium that many times. He's going to be, he'll be so ecstatic. I don't know if we're going to get that much out of him. What a run. The Motor World Suzuki team enjoying a big win as they head into the outdoor national season, which starts next week. This will be a huge boost for that team and for Andrew.
Well, bringing your confidence and getting some motivation and carrying the momentum that these guys are carrying right now is amazing. Andrew Short, number 41, is your leader. Ivan Tedesco, number 52, is in second place. But as the champ pointed out, number 41 is on cruise control. After all we've seen tonight, Andrew Short, give him credit. He has kept his composure, not been frazzled. And the Suzuki rider is having the ride of his life tonight.
And I thought Tedesco had a little bit more speed than Andrew. Tedesco back there in second place. There he is, tripling his way into a corner. He's been doing that every lap, making up a lot of time. And he just looks a little bit more aggressive in and out of the corners than Andrew does, but I'm just surprised that he's not able to shrink that gap at all.
Ivan Tedesco currently sitting in second place. As we said, number 52 on the Yamaha YZ 125. 21 years of age, originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Not a big kid at 5'8", 145, but he knows how to ride. As we take a look at our leader one more time, that's number 41, Andrew Short, and the white flag is out. He gives a bit of an arm pump to the boys from Suzuki, and Andrew Short, if he keeps it together, will pick up the win here in Las Vegas.
Man, he is so excited. Little fist pump, thumbs up to his mechanic, his whole team. He's a neat kid. I'm so happy to see him get this. Once again, I want to say how concerned I am for James Stewart and how horrible that was, but hopefully he'll be okay. That kid's so resilient, he can bounce back. But right now, the night belongs to Andrew Short. Just one more time through that whoop section, which seems to have gotten the better of quite a few riders tonight, but I don't think it's going to bother Andrew here. Everything's going his way right now.
Andrew Short, number 41, an amazing turn of events, and he has parlayed it into a possible victory here in Las Vegas, and he has picked a great time. The folks from Suzuki have got to be thrilled with this young man. One more right turn, and your winner in the 125 East-West Shootout, Andrew Short.
Yeah, I'm so happy for him. Man, I've watched him. Look at that. Yeah, these guys, they got a lot to celebrate here tonight. I've watched him come up, and you know, he's just been inching his way up a little bit more. Number 93, Josh Hansen, also a great ride for him going over there.
Well, there's the helmet cam.
Say, way to go, man. They're all happy for Andrew. It's a great ride for Josh as well.
When ESPN's coverage of the 125 East-West Shootout continues, we'll be back with official results, and we'll speak with our watercraft and scooters. Welcome back to Las Vegas, Nevada, and Sam Boyd Stadium, the conclusion of the 125 East-West Shootout, as we take a look at our Suzuki final main results. And there is your winner, Andrew Short. Right now, let's send it down to Cameron Steele.
Well, talk about drama. What a race. We can only hope that James Stewart is doing all right, as is Eric Sorby. But this guy is the hero of the moment. You said coming into the year, Andrew Short, you wanted to get some top threes. What about leaving winning the West-East Shootout?
This is too good. The good Lord Jesus Christ has blessed me way too much. I've got to thank him, MotorWorldRacing.com, Suzuki, AMSOIL, Bill's Pipe. Dream come true. Of all races to win, Las Vegas, doesn't get any better than this, and it's almost too surreal. This is awesome, and I can't thank all my family and friends enough. This is more than I ever dreamed of, but this is too cool, and I'll be floating for a while, man. I don't care what happens tomorrow, next day. This is too good.
I want to ask you, could you see Eric Sorby go down in front of you in the whoops, and were you just like, whoa, whoa, I'm in first place?
Yeah, I saw him go down, and I go, oh no, I'm in the lead. This is something new to me, you know, and then I heard the crowd going, and Stewart, I don't know what happened to him. I hope he's all right, but this is too cool. This is awesome.
Congratulations, Andrew. An awesome job. You're champion here at the Shootout. Show us that trophy. Andrew Short, Team Motor World Suzuki, busting it out tonight.
All right, thank you, Cameron. As we take a look at a long list of talented riders on the 125 East-West Shootout, and Andrew Short joins that list. Let's send it right back down to Cameron Steele.
Well, Ivan Tedesco, hot sauce they call me, came in with the win at the last East Coast round tonight at second place. Satisfied, disappointed? What's the feeling?
Well, you know, I had a good race in Pontiac, won that one, and you know, I'm happy with second, but you know, I always like to win, and I didn't get off to the greatest start, but I put my head down and made some good passes and ended up second.
If I told you a West Coast rider was going to win and it wasn't going to be James Stewart, would you have believed it was Andrew Short, or could you even have believed it?
You know, James is riding good. I saw his wreck. He had a big old wreck, and you know, I'm happy for Andrew to get his first win here in Vegas, and I'm just looking forward to the outdoors now.
I want to ask you about next year. We've seen solid performances on the 250 from you. Next year, Ivan, on the big bikes?
Actually, I'm going to stay 125 for probably 2 more years and then move on to the 250 class.
Congratulations.
All right, thanks a lot. I'd like to thank my team, Boost Mobile, Yamaha Troy, and you know, it's all my family.
All right, thank you very much, Cameron. And as always, our thoughts and prayers are with James Stewart tonight on a speedy recovery. But it certainly gives us something to look forward to next year in 2004. We hope you can join us.